Old Mage Guy is now live. Streaming Just Chatting, Midday Chill.
I'm back. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm up to at the moment. Dark and Darker and War Thunder. Marvel's a small one too. I've got a few different games I need to try. Dark and Darker is one of them. Avowed, which I have access to. When you kill what makes a game fun, don't even try. Cave crawlers, available content. Cost money. Dark and darker. So that's how they did it. Okay. I really don't know what I want to do right now, which sucks. Kind of like my lighting.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, back at it.
Tough spot. Kinda, sorta. I'm here. I don't know what back at it is, really, other than just being live at the moment. Like, part of me wants to sit there and do something like, build, do things to earn money and shit like that, but at the same time, that could be an issue. And I don't want to be known for that kind of shit. I really don't want to be known for that kind of shit. Trying to decide what I want to do. So I was going to do, I need to do something to distract myself.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. Damn bro, sorry you're going through this. Things will fall into place for you.
I can hope, but I can't rely on that.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. How much are you short on rent?
Hundo. Oh, that's right. 500. The 200 that was left over from what I gave Dad for rent was used somewhere else. And that's part of the reason why I'm irritated. Pissed off. I mean, for real, had I known it was going to be like this, I would have just fucking paid the 600 myself straight to him. And let Mom and Dad worry about the fucking what was left. Because mentally, this kind of shit is not good for me. And it really doesn't help that I'm almost, well, basically out of weed. I've got scrape volume dab and a puck. And that's about it. And it's fighting with it to get it. For what is there?
YouTube. Hinson Jackson. Damn dude, Dad should definitely be trying to figure it out as well as you're not at fault here.
I know, and supposedly there's something going on over there. I don't know. Yeah, I know I'm not at fault. But at the same time, I do still have some of the responsibility. I am the one staying in the RV on the property. And that's kind of why it's just like, this is irritating to me. More than irritating. And I can understand why Mom and Dad are having trouble, but seriously? So internally, I'm. Maybe there's been enough said and enough interaction between Dad and the office that they won't come knock on my door. That'd be fucking nice. But I really don't see that being the case.
YouTube. Hinson Jackson. Do you have good credit? Maybe a loan?
I'm disabled. You get on disability, your credit's set to 0. And I wouldn't want to take a loan. That would
YouTube. Hinson Jackson. Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not nice to be disabled. That's why when people fucking sit there and say we're lazy and shit, it pisses me off so much. When people say we're faking it shit, it pisses me off so much. Because it is not something that is easy to fucking deal with. They don't make it so that way you can fucking live. And they barely make it so you can survive. And you gotta do a lot of fucking jumping through hoops to do that still. For someone like me to possibly get an apartment, I have to go through housing. Section 8 kind of shit. But there's one problem with that. I use marijuana medically. Section 8 housing is federal. And I will not be accepted because I need marijuana medically. Otherwise, you can get on housing and be paying 100 and something a month. And the rest of it's paid by the government somehow, be it state or federal, like I'm guessing federal. Because it is a federal
YouTube,
program.
Hinson Jackson, when do you get your next disability check?
27th this month.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, dude, I would just talk to the office, let them know you'll have it on the 27th. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They say no and you're right back in the same situation, or they approve it.
Because on the 27th, I need that money to be able to have a different park to go to. Or even be able to pay for that month's. It's like that. Quite literally, if I was to do that and pay the rest of it off, I probably wouldn't have enough to pay for the month in the cheaper park even. Because there is $500 needed. I only get 9 something a month. 967 or some bullshit like that. I'd be paying for this month, and the disability that's coming in is next month's, not this month's. The $600 I gave Dad for rent was from this month's. To say I'm in a rock and hard place is an understatement. Excuse me.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, oh okay, got it.
Yeah, it sucks. That's what happens if you don't have enough work credits. Then you need to go on disability. You get fucked. Even with Dad having enough work credits, him getting on disability, he only gets $1,500 a month. And right now, their money is primarily trying to make sure that they have food in a hotel. Fuel to get Mom to her ComServe. Which ComServe is taking time out of which mom would normally be working and making her check smaller, which I guess they didn't think about. Which doesn't surprise me. They don't necessarily think everything through. Not for lack of trying. Not for lack of trying. I mean, I had to bring it to Dad's attention. What if they turn off my power? He's like, I didn't think about that. It's like, I did. I've thought about several things in this scenario at the moment. Like they could lock the trailer hitch and have the cops
YouTube,
come
Hinson
remove
Jackson,
me. And
shit park at Walmart and save up a month.
can't park at Walmart anymore. Not to mention I wouldn't have power. There are state parks we could take it to though. But once again, same issue of power and restroom. Which is something I'm suffering right now for.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, damn man, this is a tough one.
Yep. I'm not expecting anyone to have answers. Just to be clear. Started getting very warm. I might have to mute myself and use the bathroom again.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, did you find a cheaper park spot?
Yeah, I found a spot that's a total of like $6.90 depending on how much power I use, compared to the 9 something, almost $9.90 here. I just need Dad to see if they've got availability and get shit set up. And then I'll be paying that motherfucker myself. I ain't gonna fucking play games about this shit. Yeah, this is not something I would even mess around with. I've had too much unstable living conditions in my life. I can't do it. I mean, I can, but I fucking suffer for it. Not a little bit. I don't want to. I would hope Valorant's on Game Pass. It's a free-to-play game.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, shit, I don't blame you. Sounds very stressful, man. Pretty disappointing that Dad would put you in this situation on such short notice.
Disappointing, kind of. If it wasn't pretty common for him to work in that light, I would be more disappointed. On the other light, I'm not surprised too much. I love Mom and Dad, but Dad especially is a fucking conservative. And a Trump supporter. With a lot of the thought patterns. And that's why I can't sit here and go, what's it coming, blah, blah, blah. No, there was a suspicion as soon as he asked me about it. And it's just like, fuck. No. They're ones that, to some extent, they don't care about the law. Especially Dad. Smaller laws and shit like that, he doesn't care. He's not gonna follow them if he doesn't feel the need to. Which, as being someone of the nature type, doesn't exactly bode well all the time for me. I mean, case in point, not wanting to follow restrictions set up for natural waterways and what you are or are not allowed to do to them when there's wildlife in them. Him and I quite disagree on that. Thankfully, while we had the property, wasn't really anything that they were able to do to it for very long. And when that time was up, it was up. Yeah. So I'm not completely surprised. Or should I say, really not surprised at all. It's like I want to say I'm disappointed, but that would mean that I expected it wouldn't happen. Not that I had a feeling it might. The shitty thing is most of the people in my life have not been much more trustworthy than that. When it comes down to it, typically about saving their own hides first. Or making sure that they have what they want / need. And never mind where they're getting it from. If you can't tell, I'm out here trying to find people better. Part of me wonders if it's not a human thing. But when I work as a team, I'll take one for the team. That doesn't bother me too much for the most part. But there actually has to be something to come of it. I'm not just going to take it to take it. I could have swore I had access to that game. Sorry. There it is.
YouTube, Oracle, Majo my mage.
Hi, Oracle. Got overwarm, had to turn the heater off for a second, get back here and get sat for a little bit and get cold. Turn it back on.
YouTube, Oracle, and my Jackson, gentlemen. YouTube, Hinson Jackson, Oracle hey.
See what we can get out of that thing. Excuse me.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, trying to be a friend here, door Justin. Bro is going through it.
What do you mean trying? You're doing just a fine job of it.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, for asterisk. YouTube, Oracle, yeah for real. Definitely we here for ya dude.
I know. Shit like this is why I try to keep myself out of the goddamn rat race. Never mind keeping a job that I can actually do without killing me, basically. I think it's funny. So many people think it's easy to be on disability when most of the time you see us, we're trying to relax. Because we got so much other shit that goes on.
Oh shit. Hello.
What? Hello.
I'm not good speaking English.
You're doing alright.
But I like you.
Thank you.
Are you bot?
A bot? What?
Rob N. Rob.
Oh, no. I'm not Rob. I just happen to
Sorry,
have
too
that
much
light out.
snow. Ah. Hello.
Hello. I mean, I got some stuff going on, so I've got the lights down at the moment.
YouTube, Oracle, any ideas what's next step?
Nope.
Find me in other places: Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Old Mage Guy on TikTok as Mage. Him. OMG.
That's the abbreviation. Don't wear it out. Especially considering I didn't intentionally do that. I was actually trying to avoid having my name abbreviated into an acronym, and failed. In a rather stupendous way.
Question mark.
Old Mage Guy abbreviates out to OMG.
YouTube. Oracle. Why didn't I ever realize that? Geez, in a slow train lol.
No.
Sorry buddy, I don't understand anything.
My screen name is Old Mage Guy. If you take the first letter of each part of my name, it's OMG.
Old
I
Mage
didn't
Guy.
I didn't realize it until...
OMG.
Yup.
Haha.
I didn't realize it until somebody brought it to my attention several years later.
Now I get it.
Okay, so that was a thing for Obsidian. Yeah, I didn't realize it when I created the screen name. But, been OMG
Unreal.
for a long
Less than
time.
3. UNREAL.
Yep, Unreal. Just like the engine that runs this game.
The best of the best. YouTube. Oracle. ITE awesome. Bonus points. YouTube. Hinson Jackson. I always thought OMG was the news station you watched rolling on the floor laughing. Penis points.
Eora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel, in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire, is treasured by Wodica, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the Burned Queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered. Revolt,
Vengeance?
YouTube.
famine,
Oracle. Now for the news with the original
challenges
gangster. OMG.
to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the Living Lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives wanderers,
YouTube, Hinson Jackson,
exiles,
rolling on the
and
floor
us.
laughing.
Yet the more we free this
Yeah, no,
place
the
from
news station that it
danger,
is that I
the more the
have playing on
land
the newscasts
comes
is
back.
the Midas Touch Network
And now,
here on YouTube.
as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out. Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adiran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing. To many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity. And within my court, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire and name you my envoy. Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
YouTube, Oracle, what game you playing?
Avowed.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, take that 400 to the casino and turn it into 1K. Boom, problem solved.
If only it were that simple. Oh. Interesting. That's what they consider to have a
YouTube,
godlike
Hinson
spectacle,
Jackson.
huh?
I watched this YouTuber playing online slots a while ago and hit 5K off of 100 bucks, lol, unreal.
Oh yeah, freaking online slots, it's very easy to do that kind of shit. The odds are different than a casino, that's for sure.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, and then he turned around and lost it all on that same stream.
That didn't surprise me at all. That's gambling for you.
YouTube, Oracle, knock knock Avon calling.
I used to work for Avon. I could spot an Avon gal out from a crowd. Actually, I had several people rather surprised when I was able to pick them out of the crowd. How did you know? I didn't grow up around Avon, no. I don't know a damn thing about it.
YouTube, Oracle, my mom did too, lol.
My grandmother did, a couple of my aunts did. I've also sold Cutco knives. Still call them the demon knife. I have met no other knife that is designed to sit on the counter, blade facing up. Yes, you did hear that. I said blade facing up. Not to the side. Up. If you just lightly toss the a Cutco knife onto the counter, it'll settle with the blade facing up. You set it on the counter. If you do not set it directly on its side, I mean, deliberately, it sits blade facing up.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, my grandmother used to use Avon lotion lol every time I smell it. Reminds me of her.
My great grandma used a certain Avon perfume that every time I smell it.
YouTube, Oracle, skin so soft.
Maybe it was grandma's great grandma's lotion. Now that depth is an important feature.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, LMAO.
Oh god. That shit. Excuse me. His eyebrows are not visible, so it doesn't really matter what color. I think his nose is just about right, honestly. Depth. Root width. No, I like it where it's at. Cheek positioning. Higher cheekbones, lower cheekbones.
YouTube, Oracle, I hope your parents can help fix this dude. Fingers crossed.
Same here. I hope they get it figured out. There's not much I can do from my position.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. The doc gave me off-work paperwork for a week after my trip. So I just been in bed all day lol.
Can't say I blame you. Leave the ears alone.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. Yeah man, I hope everything works out for the best for you. I'll be riding it out with ER.
I'm pretty sure all of you will, and I won't say that I don't see that. I won't discredit you guys like that.
YouTube, Oracle, Squad.
Aye. That's not a scar, that's a tattoo!
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. The doc also prescribed me some Xanax for panic, but I haven't picked it up lol, really don't want to get on those things.
I can understand that. I can.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. My brother was like shit, send them my way, rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, believe it or not, stuff like that sells rather well outside of normal legal standards. people recreation use it and rather enjoy it.
YouTube, Oracle, I've heard stories. YouTube, Hinson Jackson, he gave me 25 of them. With one refill.
Yup, that's about normal. Background provides unique dialogue options and determines your starting weapon. All equipment and abilities are
YouTube,
available to you regardless of
Oracle,
background.
BRB, my friend brought me some magic green helps.
Nice. After graduating, you published a treatise on soul. When your village's crops failed, your strange insights and unsettling manner earned your neighbors' suspicion. You foresaw the torches and pitchforks and fled to High Crown, where the Empire recognized your talents and elevated you from back alley fortune teller to his personal mystic. You have learned how to wield power from the shadows. All it takes is a dash of influence and a punch of deception. You were born in a noble house, great influence, cast down. Feel you canny, yet refined. You have become a formidable force at court and allied to the Emperor. Born in humble beginnings and driven to desperation by famine, your life was destined to end on the executioner's block until the Emperor spared you. You're more at ease in the wilderness than in court, but your cleverness and observant nature have made you one of the Emperor's most trusted operatives. Whether tracking prey or spying on enemies, your skills are put to work both in and outside of the court room, or throne room. Distinguished yourself on the field of battle, fighting, and rising Emperor. Elite, tall grass spearmen, some of your are less obvious than others, but you wear them all with pride. Loyalty, your grit, and your material prowess.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, what are you going to do if you need to go to the Cambro?
Something I've been having to do when I can't make it to the cam when it's being cleaned. Not exactly something I like doing, but I take care of it. There's a reason to keep extra kitty litter around. No, I'm not saying I'm using the litter box, to be clear. Having extra cat litter around when applied to bio waste helps with smell and pollutants.
YouTube. Hinson Jackson. I have a friend who's a truck driver and H's uses kitty litter too.
Get yourself a nice place to sit. You can put a bag to line it, and you're pretty golden. And it's a lot safer than somebody just going in a bag or going outside in the middle of everything. It's a lot more sanitary. A lot more friendly to everybody around you. No, I've had to do quite the bit to get by in my life. I've survived. If you were to drop me out in the middle of the woods, I could live. I wouldn't enjoy it, it would suck, but I could make sure that I was taken care of for the most part. As to where in the city, you've got so many rules in cities and whatnot, in populations, you have a lot of rules that make basic survival not something you can do without getting into deep shit. Excuse me, points available 0. Oh. Maximum stamina. Essence. Elemental resistance. Perception. Dexterity. Poison or bleed resistance edge. I can't argue with the way they got the attributes set up for it. In the exploration and story development rather than the challenge of combat. Combat is biased in the player's favor. I like the fact they actually say that. Requires minimal strategization and easily forgives mistakes in combat. It is recommended for those who are new to action-based RPGs. Strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. That's where I'm going to be sticking with. Oh, there we go.
YouTube. Oracle. Backweight kitty litter.
Yep. It's kinda cute, but kinda ugly. You're not okay. I was gonna say you're not looking up. Uh-oh. Oh!
What do you know of the living lands? The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true. And yet they are. Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders and the most dreadful abominations. There beats a dark pulse within the heart of that soil. Something vile stirs beneath the earth, seething with rot and decay. A corruption growing beyond everything it touches. Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you, go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary, sever them. You are my envoy. Remember your vow. The hopes of an empire rest upon you.
Oh, goddamn. Rough seas. More than rough seas. Another beach wake up.
Envoy, over here.
Hey, my shadow's accurate. Sweet. Wakey wakey.
You're alive. Thank the gods I pulled you out the wreck when I did. I wasn't about to let the Emperor's envoy die on my watch.
It'll take more than the shipwreck to kill me. If we make it out of this alive, the Emperor will certainly have questions.
At least the journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We... The name's...
Ah, shit, I missed it.
We spoke on the voyage. Never thought we'd end up like this. I've been here before. We've got an outpost on this island, but... I saw flashes, Envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire. and it could only have come from that fort up the hill. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless...
Arcane Scholar, they didn't realize we were... Or they weren't... Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead. We may not be through with them. Adir's got an embassy in the port of Paradis. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help.
There's not a blackguard. Well, we do.
Thank you. I'll keep you safe. Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be on our way. Take that dagger.
I will, but first I've got to pee! At least I can still do that. Without having to fight with the kitty litter. So if I go off stream and don't come back for a while, don't be afraid to hit me up on Discord.
It's no good to any of our crew anymore.
And controls are lagging. I hate this so much. Come off it! Never fucking mind. No, don't load. Save.
Find me in other places: Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Old Mage Guy on TikTok as Mage.
I do not have the patience to deal with that. I do not have the patience to fight controls because it doesn't want to work properly because of one reason or another. I ain't got the patience for that shit. Having to tap the stick and wait a freaking second and a half or 2 seconds for it to actually respond is not something I'm okay with. That's what I wanted to do. See, that's the thing about cloud streaming for games. You don't get enough upload speed, and it creates issue. Just like you saw. What the fuck? Why the hell is my ping to Portland so high? What fucking now? Probably gonna have to update my drivers, which means I'm gonna have to end stream. Yep, another fucking Windows update. Now how does our fucking ping look? Maybe we can try that game again. That's not a good sign. Okay, that's better. We're still running pretty slow in comparison. Alright, I'll be back.